No one is coming to save you. No one is coming to force you to get out of bed. No one is coming to get you out of bed. No one is coming to force you to get up at your first alarm. No one is coming to hold your hand to get your ass to the gym. No one is coming to cook the healthy meal for you. No one is coming to slap the fucking donut out of your hand. No one is coming to save you from yourself. You have to stop being a victim to your life and your circumstances, and you have to learn how to do hard things. Let me share a little story as to why this topic came up today. I am currently in the process of trying to sell my current car and buy a new car. And if you are someone who has undertaken that process, you will know that the process is tedious, time-consuming, incredibly overwhelming. And if you are not a car person and you have no fucking idea about cars and you are doing it by yourself, you will know that the process sucks. I am doing this process by myself. I live by myself. I'm doing it by myself. None of my girlfriends or guy friends are car people. No one's really able to help me. And I have been going through this process for quite some time now, and I have found myself constantly thinking, I wish I had a boyfriend, or I wish I could just ask my dad this, or I wish I just had someone here to help me, or I wish. But the truth of my situation right at this very moment is I can't ask people to help me. I don't have a boyfriend that could just fucking take this whole process over on my behalf. I don't have a friend who could do this for me. I don't have another human being who can do this for me. So I have cried multiple times because I am so fucking overwhelmed. There's so many options, there's so many cars, there's so many decisions to make. I don't want to be taken for a fucking ride, pun unintended, because I don't know what I'm buying. I don't want to buy a lemon. I don't know, I've sort of broken it down to the types of cars that I want, but even in those, there's different models, there's different makes, there's different decisions. There is an endless amount of decisions. I have analysis paralysis because I'm overwhelmed by all the decisions, and I also have decision fatigue because I've been looking at all of these different options and comparing the price to the kilometers, to the make, to the model, to the when it was the year it was made, to this, to the that, and then having conversations with people, and then them saying, yep, you can buy it, and then 10 minutes later, when you're just about to fucking transfer them the money, they say, actually, lol joke, someone just rocked up and bought it, so haha, it's not yours. That has happened so many times. That is a whole nother topic of conversation about how no one's word really means shit anymore these days, but anyway, like I said, that's a whole fucking different topic of conversation. But I have found myself so many times in the last 1 to 2 weeks thinking, fuck, if only, I wish I just had someone else to help me. I wish. But thinking that way is not gonna fucking get me a car. Because like I said, the truth is, I don't have anyone right now who can help me with this. And it is fucking overwhelming. And I do feel paralyzed by the choice. And it feels really fucking hard. And I know this is such a first world problem because how amazing, I get to buy a new car. But well, not a new one, a secondhand one. New one for me, which is incredibly exciting, but the entire process has been so hard and difficult, and I've just found myself wishing, but the truth is that is a fucking victim mindset. That is a victim mindset saying, oh, poor me, I don't have a boyfriend to help me with this. Thinking that way is not gonna fucking get me anywhere, and so I have had to have a talking to myself and remind myself that no one is fucking coming to save me. If I want to do this, I have to do this. And I can do hard things. It's not even really that hard when you break it down. It's just making a fucking decision. The stress comes from wanting to make the correct decision and not wanting to make the incorrect decision and not being taken for a ride or being taken advantage of because your car knowledge is extremely limited. And also not wanting to be taken advantage of in terms of the price. Anyway, I've just found myself feeling very victim-y to this whole thing, and I've had to remind myself that, 1, I'm in such an amazing position that I get to buy a car. 2, how fucking lucky and privileged am I? 3, no one is fucking coming, so I have to do this myself. And 4, I can do hard things, but it's not even that fucking hard of a thing in reality when you break it fucking down. And the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because I'm talking about cars, but the same message applies in your health journey. As I said at the start, no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to get you up at your first alarm. No one is coming to force you to go for a walk. No one is holding your hand on the way to the gym. No one is cooking the healthy meal for you. No one is slapping the Big Mac out of your hand. No one is coming to do the hard things for you. If you have a goal, you have to rise the fuck up, stand the fuck up, and prove to yourself that you are capable of doing it. And the truth is, just like the fact that when I really break down the car thing, it's not that big of a deal, it just feels hard. Getting up and going to the gym, or getting up at your first alarm, or going for a walk, when you really break it down, is not hard. It's the emotions that we place or attach on that thing that makes it hard. It's our thought process related to that thing that makes it hard. It's our inner critic that is telling us that it's hard that makes it hard. But when you really break it down, doing that thing in isolation is actually not hard. What's hard is being consistent over a long period of time. But doing that one thing in isolation is not hard. So use this as your reminder that no one is coming to save you. No one is coming to fucking do it for you. So instead of being a victim and thinking, oh, I wish, I was in a different circumstance, or I wish things were different. Truth and reality says that things are not different, because things are the way that they are right now. And so if you want to create a change in your life, if you have a goal that you want to achieve, if you want to lose weight, if you want to completely transform your mindset, if you want to completely alter your self-perception, no one is coming to do that for you. You have to do that yourself. Nobody is coming to save you. Unfortunately, no one is coming to hold your hand. You can definitely hire someone and invest in yourself via hiring a coach to help you stay accountable and to also support you and be your biggest cheerleader and virtually hold your hand. But no one is quite literally going to come to your house and do all of that shit for you. That is your responsibility. That is what it takes for you to achieve your goal. Where a lot of people get caught up is in overwhelm, and I have experienced this myself with the car thing. I'm overwhelmed because there's so many different decisions, there's so many different options. And when someone gets started or restarted on their health journey, the overwhelm comes in a few ways. First of all, it comes in the gap between where you are right now and where you want to be, and you're focusing on how long it will take to get you from where you are now to where you want to be. Secondly, it shows up because you expect yourself or think that in order to create change, you have to implement like 6 different things at once. And that feels really fucking overwhelming because you're going from being sedentary and eating like an arsehole to feeling like you need to train like an athlete and eat like a fucking bodybuilder, when actually you just need to make some really minor changes and you will start getting results. But you're focusing on making 14 changes at once, and so therefore you're overwhelmed in that. And then the other place that you're overwhelming yourself is because you have an all or nothing mentality, and so you expect yourself to be perfect, and if you can't be perfect, then you feel like you may as well not try. And that entire line of thinking is so fucking stupid, because there's nowhere else in your life that you expect yourself to be perfect 100% of the time, never make a mistake, or never not be perfect, and you just give up. So those are the 3 ways that you overwhelm yourself. The gap, focusing on the gap between where you are and where you want to be, focusing on trying to implement 14 things overnight, and feeling like you have to be perfect. So instead of that, and to help you reduce the overwhelm so that you can actually take fucking action on the shit that's important to you, stop focusing on the gap, focus on what you can do today. That is it. What can I do today to show up for myself? What is 1 or 2 things that I can do today? Cool. When you wake up in the morning, what are 1 or 2 things that I can do today? Keep following that fucking approach every single day, and within 6 months, your entire life will change. Second thing, instead of choosing 6 things, choose 1 or 2 things that feels like a slight stretch, but actually also doable and achievable. Commit to those two things for like 30 to 60 days, then worry about adding more shit in. Why? Because it's achievable, because it puts you in momentum, because you can actually then feel like you're getting somewhere, so therefore you're building your confidence and your self-belief and your self-trust. And thirdly, instead of expecting yourself to be perfect, just fucking do your best. Do your best today. And then tomorrow, do your best tomorrow. And each day is going to look a little bit different because we're human beings and we can give a different amount of energy to each and every day, particularly as women. We live in cycles. Instead of expecting yourself to be perfect, just try to do your best. Show up your best. Focus on 1% improvements. And then do the same thing tomorrow. To wrap this all up, 1, no one is coming to save you. You have to fucking do it yourself. You have to show the fuck up for yourself. If your goals exist, they're not anybody else's goals, they're your goals. So why do you expect other people to come in and fucking rescue you? You have to do hard shit. You have to learn how to show the fuck up for yourself and do hard shit. It's no one else's responsibility, it's your responsibility because they're your goals and it's your life and no one is coming to fucking save you. I'm not saying you can't get help from other people. Absolutely not saying that. I'm a coach. I literally help people for a living. But what I am saying is that you have to show the fuck up for yourself. Second of all, reduce the fucking overwhelm. Put measures in place to help you and assist you actually to get restarted. Those 3 places are a perfect fucking way to do that. I love you. You're amazing. You matter. Your goals matter. You are not a victim. You just have to learn how to show the fuck up for yourself. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for having me in your ear holes. I am so grateful for you. I love you. And as always, I will catch you tomorrow.